today, and I want to thank Mr. Sanford for being the major co-sponsor of the bill. This bill will help address an issue that dates back to Superstorm Sandy. In the aftermath of the storm, thousands of New Yorkers and other Americans were stunned to learn that they were ineligible for FEMA assistance because of the type of home they lived in. Families who lived in condominium buildings or condos were eligible for assistance only on their individual units, but could not get any assistance to repair ground floor entryways, boilers, or other common areas. Those who live in cooperative housing or co-ops were ineligible for any disaster assistance to repair the walls or floors of their units, let alone their common areas. In the storm surge area in New York, nearly 20% of housing units are in co-op buildings, and an additional 8% are in condominiums. FEMA's eligibility rules left homeowners in my district with no way to restore their homes to habitable condition. Seniors in high-rise condo buildings could get assistance to repair their floors and repaint their walls, but nothing to fix the elevators they needed to reach their apartments. Families in co-ops could replace their furnishings and make some repairs, but the halls of the buildings remained covered with mold, and the apartments therefore uninhabitable. While issues with the co-ops obviously arise more frequently for residents of New York and New Jersey, almost every district in the country has condos. Community associations or common interest communities around the country experienced similar roadblocks when they sought assistance following disasters in the 5 years since Superstorm Sandy. Many of these associations own and operate their own roads, canals, bridges, and water systems. In the aftermath of a disaster, the associations are not eligible for FEMA public assistance for basic essential government services such as removing trees and debris from communal roads or repairing wastewater systems. Tree removal on public roads stops at the entrance to these neighborhoods. Residents cannot get out of their neighborhoods, and emergency vehicles cannot get in. This bill would address these eligibility problems in two ways. First, it would direct FEMA to provide technical assistance to common interest communities to ensure they are eligible to apply for public assistance in the event of future disasters. Many of these communities are unaware that under current law, they could be eligible for assistance if, prior to a disaster, they enter into agreements with their local government on issues like debris removal. If FEMA provides some assistance and outreach to communities now, the communities can enter into those agreements and access assistance after a disaster. Second, my colleagues and I have communicated several times with FEMA about the issue of condo and co-op eligibility for disaster assistance. Most recently, in fiscal year 2016, Congress mandated FEMA to write a report to the Appropriations Committee outlining what issues would need to be addressed to make condos and co-ops eligible. This bill, with the amendment we will consider in a moment, would direct FEMA to take the next step in this process by providing the House and Senate committees legislative proposals to address the issues its prior reports have identified by making condos and co-ops eligible for disaster assistance. I look forward to reviewing the proposals that come from FEMA and moving forward with our efforts. Mr. Chairman, this bill will be a big step towards ensuring that all homeowners, no matter the type of home they live in, can restore their homes to a livable condition and begin to rebuild their lives in the aftermath of a natural disaster. Thank you again for bringing it up today, and I yield back the balance of my time.
I thank the gentleman. Any other members wish to be heard?
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. DeFazio.
I would just congratulate the gentleman.